Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Green-Blue Rosinante on the Eastern ranked lobby. That means that we'll be playing into EB03, but also EB04 is legal, so cards like Borsalino are legal. But doesn't matter, we're gonna test against EB03 to see if this deck is still able to compete in the next set. And I'm really excited. I didn't change my list from OP14, this is the same list as last video. I don't think any of the EB03 cards are gonna be useful to us. Maybe the Suta has the most potential out of all these cards, but I don't really think any of these will be played. This list has been doing well enough for me, so I don't really need to change it at the moment. And yeah, let's hop into some ranked games. We are sitting at like 500, 600 million, I'm not sure. I think it's 500. But yeah, let's hop into some ranked games and see if we can still compete. Okay, so our first game of the day, and we apparently ran into the Egman. I'm not sure if it's actually him. I asked and he said yeah. He plays out the young girl, and we open pretty well here. We really want to see the smoker in this matchup. And TCG is gonna be nice as well to protect us from removal. We can also use Sugar to rest the young girl whenever we want to. We find the body off of Ivankov, which is really nice.
Yeah, I was playing the wrong Rosie, yeah. Whoops. Rosie's good? All right, cool. Let me sleeve it up real quick. No, it's not. It's not that one. No.
We don't really play Ivankov to get that part of his effect off. We only play it for the draws. It's a nice 3-don't play to draw us cards. But we do find a body, so that's a bit lucky. Normally we don't. And here on 5-down we have a lot of stuff that we can play out. We can either play out the Nami or Cavendish, or we can play out the Smoker and then swing 5-5 with the Don that we get back. But I think I want to remove this young girl and, you know, stop the value he gets from that card. I can also get a free swing off with Ivankov and draw a card.
Oh no. No. Not girl. They got girl. How could this happen?
And then we can play out the Tashigi to protect our smoker next turn and swing 5 into life. That is perfectly fine. So we established quite a board here. Yeah, you're always supposed to swing first into their life before playing out characters in case they're playing Gravity Blade and Red Rock. So yeah, hopefully this Tashigi can help us stick our bodies on the field. Our board is looking really nice here. We don't have a carrot to freeze this Kick Nojo, unfortunately, but we can play out Smoker next turn and start applying pressure into their life. So before they search for a young girl, I think, and yeah, now they are searching for a Nojiko. Nojiko can bounce with the Shigi back to hang, and he can have enough dawn for pudding, or no? Yeah, he's only left with 3 dawns, so he can't pudding after that. But we are gonna block instead of taking the life here anyways. We don't want to get pudding on like 7 cards in hand.
It's more important. I think the sugar removal is more important than the card draw that they're getting. Oh, that's right. Whoops. Egman forgot.
So we would rather take this Nojiko to our face. And here we can counter, so we don't have a lot of cards in hand. And keep this sugar on board. He does another search, and it's another Nojiko, so it's gonna be really hard to keep our Tashigi on the board. But as long as he doesn't establish any bodies, we should be fine here. Our sugar is doing a lot of work, actually.
There's a nasty combo on board. This rest anything? Yeah, sugar's pretty good.
Which he does. We can swing into Nojiko and...
You got it. Emporio's drawing them like every card in their deck. Which is crazy. Play another... Yeah, play Tashigi again. Yep.
Alright, 2 Dawn, we can play out a blocker, or we can activate another Dawn and play out a Shigi. And we're gonna do that in case he's still playing some other removal. So we're in a pretty good position here. I don't really know what this deck plays in EB03, so I'm not really sure what to expect here. So if you play something like the Nico Robin, he's only gonna have 1 Dawn left to attack, which would be like another 6k. We can probably let this Ivankov go. Or we can counter and then, you know, be safe from putting. But we don't have any 2k, so I think we're just gonna let this go. We could take it into life and then counter, and that way we protect against putting and we protect the Ivanko, but he would just do another swing into it anyways. Oh, I forgot about the Nami, man. Damn, I should have. Maybe I could have taken that life, but then we were really open to putting as well, but oh well, it's fine, I think. We lose Sugar here as well, which is really unfortunate. And he bounces back our Tashigi too. So we can freeze these two with Perona and then play out a Cavendish as well. I guess we're gonna swing 7 first. Make him discard 2 cards from his hand if he wants to. Now we could swing into the bodies and kill them. I think freezing is still better here. I kind of should have attacked with Rosinante first. I was a bit scared of triggers. Like if we triggered the Gravity Blade into removing my smoker, I would have cried, so I guess this is the safer option. We do get putting here, but it actually draws us 8 cost Kid, which is not bad. And he's swinging a full level 11 into Smoker, which we can just absorb.
Whee! They play 8 drop Kid, we're pretty safe.
So now we are back at 7 cards in hand, which is pretty healthy. So we don't really have to worry about these bodies anymore, since we are gonna play out the Kid here. He does get a trigger, which is unfortunate, but he has to discard another 2 cards here. Can swing another 7 with the Cavendish. Maybe I should have... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Even if I swing with like Cavendish first, he uses his leader ability and then he discards 1 more card for Smoker, so I don't think ordering here mattered. But we can swing another 7 with Perona here. He takes another life and gets another Kikunojo, which is insane. But here we can get 1 Dawn back and play our Kid. So we can play it out with the Shigi or with the Rosinante, but I kind of think playing it with a blocker here is better. Yeah, and we instantly get red drop. Oh yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, my logic was that we can probably survive even without Kid here, and if he plays red rock, he doesn't heal with Kuma or Nico Robin. So this is actually fine for us, I think, right? Oh, barely. We have 1 life, 1 blocker, he has 3 attacks. If he plays Nojiko, he can swing 5. I can block, yeah. I don't think he has game here, no way. That was really close though.
Yeah, they just had so many 2Ks. Yeah, dang, alright. We're 1K away. They had 2K, 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 yeah, GG.
Okay, GG. Okay, so after that game I ended up checking Egman's stream and it really was him, so that's gonna be fun to edit and see what his reaction was as well. But right now we're playing against Reiju and I forgot to press record. So I'm gonna get you guys up to speed real quick. We get a free block here. I think we take it. So basically we opened Mihawk into Cavendish on 3 Dawn. And then we played Kerot and Nami. So that was really good for us. He did open a Porsche into Nichiji. or ECG, sorry, this 4 cost into 7 cost combo. So he did open strong as well, I think, but we are in a pretty decent position here. He's able to reduce Arceus power here, so we can protect that. He has like, what, 4 more attacks. Yeah, we can protect that. We're just gonna let it go. We do have a blocker and we can take life, but there is no way we would have protected that. But we can play Kid next turn. I can take this one. And here we're gonna counter. We don't really need sugar. So that's a scary looking board, but he doesn't have any Dawn Up. What does this card do? Yeah, this is a new counter event for them, but he doesn't have any Dawn Up, so we know he has a brick in his hand, so we might as well try to go for game here instead of playing 8 cost Kid. And he takes the 5k, so there is no way he has enough counter here, right? 2k, 1k, and then we know for sure 1 is a brick, so we can do 7 and 9, and I think it's guaranteed, right? Yeah, should be guaranteed. Does he play a 0 cost event? I don't think so, right? Well, we can go for it. Alright. GG. Okay, another Nami here. I guess Nami is really popular in EB03. She does get some new support that makes her a lot better. Some people even put her in like tier 1.5 conversations, but we will see. I don't think we mind playing against Nami. We don't have a 3-down play here, which is really unfortunate, but if we hit her life here really hard, we can actually make her not draw from her leader ability, maybe. Yeah, let's see. He has 8 cards in hand now, so he does play off a search, which is gonna get him back to 8 cards in hand. So yeah, he doesn't draw here, I think. Oh, he plays something? Yeah, then he draws. But he didn't have anything to play, so we can take this for free, and he doesn't draw. That's really good. Now we can play... We do draw the Mihawk, so we can play Mihawk into Cavendish and drop a blocker as well. Okay, we do get Namid again. I don't think we could have played against that this time around, so we are happy to take it. We should be fine here. We do open a really strong endgame in our hand with Kid and Whitebeard, but we don't have any small blockers at the moment. So we can freeze here with Perona, but we can also play the Nami to filter our hand a bit. And if we play the Nami, we can swing with Cavendish here as well. Yeah, I don't think we die next turn. But we are open to putting again, which is unfortunate, but... So maybe we play out the Perona instead, so we don't draw cards. Yeah, I guess if he puddings now, we lose a bit less. Because it's definitely a play for him. Okay, maybe he's digging for the pudding. He draws another card. Another young girl. Okay. Hopefully he didn't find the pudding. Because if he swings here, we're just gonna throw cards out of our hand. Okay, the Nojiko drops down, so he doesn't have the pudding. Really nice. We can use our entire hand here basically to just play around pudding, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot of cards, but I guess it's worth it. Now he swings into... Oh yeah, we froze the Nami so he couldn't swing. We can swing a 5 here. We're gonna drop down the kid. And we're gonna pray that he doesn't have a red drop this time around. 3 cards in hand. Would be really unfortunate. We don't have a TCG this time around. We can also swing with Cavendish here for free. But I kind of forgot to do that. Yeah. Spočetka. 3, 2, 1. Ouch, I could have swung with Cavendish for free there and drawn a card. So that was a misplay on my part. Plays down the Luffy. What does he do? So he's a blocker and gives plus 2k. So he can become a 9k leader on his turn. On our turn, sorry. So that's a bit unfortunate, so we can't really get a lot of swings off. We can play the Whitebeard here, and we kind of have to give Dawn to our leader. And we have to give it to Kid, because we don't have Smoker on the field, we can't restand the Dawn. So unfortunately, we won't be able to swing like 8. Yeah, we're gonna have to swing 7 with leader, and then 10 with Captain Kid. Or if he doesn't block this, we can just rest the Kid and play out a blocker instead of swinging. So yeah, because he gets a free block here, so there's no point in swinging with Kid. So we can just play out another small blocker. We can sacrifice the Mihawk. We can't really swing with it anyways, because it takes way too much Dawn to invest. Because he's a 7k leader pretty much every turn. Especially if he goes up to 9k, but now that we have a really big board, we can start taking out his life. He heals another life, but he doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. We should be able to pull this off. We can 9-cost Shanks the Luffy next turn as well. And we can absorb the Luffy hit with Koshiro here, and then we can free block with Whitebeard the Nami hit. Also, we should have swung with Cavendish again. I kind of forgot because I'm talking, but if you have Kid on board, just always swing with Cavendish and Vivanko for free, even if you can't really threaten their life, like in this case. I should have kept swinging and drawing cards. I'm kind of drawing here, but we are still in a good position. Okay, so if we swing into Nami, what are the odds of him having a body to play out? So we can 9-cost Shanks here and have a Dawn for Kid. Or we can red rock the Nico Robin. So he kind of maybe has to... If he uses Ulysses' Leader effect here, yeah, he won't have enough cards to counter here. So we can just swing into his board and then play red rock instead of the Shanks. So we're gonna discard the Nami here just to have the option. Right, because yeah, that's another brick in his hand, so we can actually swing... Okay. Okay, he takes that. He doesn't play out the body. I think it's safe to swing into his life here and then play out the 9-cost Shanks to try and go for game next turn. We don't really need to remove the Nico Robin here because he only has 2 bodies to attack with, so we can just block one with leader ability and then block the other one with New Gate. There is no way for him to remove Kid here. Unless he drew Red Rock, but even then we would have been probably fine. Like he would be able to swing. Yeah, honestly, we wouldn't be fine. So that was kind of... Oh yeah, we did have a life. He just burned it, never mind. We would have been fine. So yeah, here he plays the 8-cost kid, but we have a lot of strong characters on the board, so next turn we are going for game for sure. I mean, we could theoretically stall another turn, but... and swing into the board here. And play it safe, because just in case, like... yeah, he can go to 7. I mean, there is no way he would have survived, but we can play this safe and just red rock the Robin, and... or we don't even have to red rock it, we can just swing into it. And then we can even freeze with Carrot or play down Rosinante in case he red rocks. Yeah, that's fine. We can just play this slow. Okay, he takes a 5, so now we can kind of pressure him. And we can still possibly swing with Shanks if he counters here. Oh, never mind. He takes the life here, I guess, so we're just gonna go for game. And yeah, he has no blockers, this is game. GG. Okay, Nami matchup good so far, huh? Not bad, not bad. GG. Okay, so we played 3 games, we won all 3. So far the testing has been going well. We are really strong into yellow decks, so decks like Nami that are getting more popular because of the yellow cards, we are able to play against them really well. So we don't really mind yellow being a strong color, because we do kind of counter it with 8-cost kit at the moment. So I think the meta is gonna be okay for us. Every jungle meta is kind of okay for us. So I think this deck is still very playable, and you know, you can compete at like your locals and smaller events. It obviously isn't as consistent to like top huge tournaments, so what's important for us is that we're having fun, and I think it's really fun into these leaders. I don't think we have any bad matchups, except for Emo basically. We can play into everything else, I think, so it's been really fun testing this deck, and I'm really excited to see what we can do in EB03. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!